Hi dancers, I hope you're all happy and healthy and hanging in there at home. This week I'm going to share with you just a few more technical exercises as well as a little bit of conditioning that you can be implementing in your day-to-day to make sure that we're not losing a lot of the progress that we've made together throughout the year in our technique classes and our performance classes as well. So making sure our facilities are, keeping in tune and not getting rusty while we're waiting for what's next. So take advantage of these videos, and you're free and welcome to do them as many times as you'd like. Really keep them on hand as a means to supplement and make your body feel good. Yeah, this shouldn't feel like, oh gosh, I have to do this homework video, or I'm watching you with a glare. I'm not here to be nitpicking your technique right now. This is just for you to really be feeling like your body is moving and you're staying mobile and sane and happy. So enjoy. Starting with a nice warm-up from a wide second position, so slightly outside of our hip bones. We'll take up 5 to 6. You can be facing the bar 7 and 8. We take 4 count grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, grand plie, and 6, 7, and 8. We're going to plie toward the left, reaching out 1, 2, plie rolling through, just curving the upper back 3, lifting 4, balance 5 and 6, rolling through 7, recover 8. Starts the grand plies again. 1 and 2. Nice neutral pelvis, butt up, making sure we're feeling it nice and supported. Letting it support our turnout, and 6, 7, and 8. Plie toward the right. 2, 3, roll through 4, rise up 5, 6, lower 7. Start through that plie 8, and then we're gonna take our right foot, taking a nice pivot into the hips. We're gonna go tendu 1. Hold on to this wall here. Pivot in 2. Turn out 3, lower 4, again 5, letting the hip roll first, so pulling that hip toward your big toe, second metatarsal rather, let the hip swivel in and out, then to the right with the left foot. 1, letting the hip go first, pulling it across 2, turn out 3 and 4, again 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take quarter rises. You're gonna go quarter lift and down, then to demi and lower, then to your highest releve you can. So really thinking about where that ankle bone is going. Make sure we're not trying to shove that heel into the back of our Achilles. So really finding the underneath of your arch being developed, holding 6, roll through 7, up 8, and lower down. So that was quarter, demi, 3/4, 6, and lower 8. And then you repeat that one more time. Quarter and lower, keeping the heels reaching forward. Demi and lower. Trying to get to that highest releve. 6, plie, releve 7 instead of coming back down that last time. Just gonna let go of the bar and just find your nice stability, finding your underbuns. Yes, finding that external rotation, holding tightly high up at the top of your hip bones, translating it all the way through your ankle bones toward your second metatarsals. Starts to burn a little bit. Take your generous plie to come down, and here we go with music. I'll be facing my bar as we get started. So nice wide second again, just heels right underneath your hip bones, drawing a straight line down, finding that nice neutral pelvis, making sure everything's just kind of stacked right on top of one another so it's working to its best efficacy. Here we go. Nice breath, grand plie, 4 counts down. Sorry, that's 2 counts. Oh, 4 count, grand plie, 2 counts down. Reaching to the left, plie, and 1. all the way, high releve, rolling down, back up, straight legs down, second time, quarter, finding everything pulling forward, demi down, and highest releve, roll down, back up, feeling your toes spread and pull into the floor, energy reaching out in all directions, taking your arms wherever you feel like you might need them. And finish. Tendu starting in first position. We take 5 and a 6, prepare 7 and 8. We're going to take tendu devant 1, turn in 2, turn out 3. You're going to demi-plie in 5th position on 4 with the arm coming on bas. Return to tendu devant, lower the heel 6, battement releve 7, close 8. A la seconde goes 1, rotate in and out, demi-plie devant, stretch to the a la seconde, lower the heel, tendu back to first, continuing derriere. 1, turn in 2, out 3, plie on 4, tendu up, lower the heel, back to first on 8, then you go back, devant, demi-plie 4th with the arm coming in, little run and jump 2nd, demi-plie, arms coming to first, we releve 5 and 6, lower 7 and 8, and then we start the whole thing derriere. Yes, crossing that toe behind us, make sure we're not letting our hips drop down just because we're going to the derriere. Tendu 1, isolate that leg, out and plie. Tendu, set the heel down, battement releve, a la seconde. Goes 1, turn in 2. This one will plie in derriere. Again, utilizing the bottom of our plie here to stretch up 5, lower 6, 7, and 8 to the devant. 1, turn in 2, out 3, plie on 4, devant, battement releve, 7 and 8, and then it reverses to the derriere. 1, the arm comes into first as I plie in 4th, making sure I'm not opening and twisting my hips, keeping my rectangle nice and squared. Rond de jambe a la seconde, plie arms in first, releve 5 and 6, plie 7, finish 8. Here we go with some music. Nice turned out first position, here we are. 6, arms 7, tendu devant, goes 1, turn in, out, plie, brush front, set the heel down, and 8, a la seconde, head en face, plie, brush through, derriere, 1, turn in, out, plie, stretch, lower, to the devant, plie in 4th, rond de jambe 2nd, 2 arms up, and starts derriere, turn in, hips up nice and tall, a la seconde, plie, brush out, set the heel down, head a quarter turn, closing that 5th, heel forward, to the derriere, 1, plie, 2, releve, and nice finish. Good, let's switch to the other side. From first, head 1, turn in, plie, brush front, set the heel down, a la seconde, turn in, head and 1. Tendu devant, plie, rond de jambe, plie, releve up, starts back. A la seconde, taking fondue. I'm going to demonstrate it with my handy dandy little stepping stool here, and then when we do it with music, I'm going to utilize my little shelving situation over here. So just demonstrating from the front. We'll start in fifth, 5 and a 6, 7, 8. We're going to go through sur le coup de pied, fondue 1, développé to 90, fondue and flexing your feet. So when you take this flex, you're going to try and let that supporting hip kind of sit into your hip socket. So we're not holding tight onto our thigh. We're just kind of letting the weight of the leg sit into our hip socket. Press through the heel, releve, sous-sus. Fondue to 90, arms in al seconde. Flex and fondue, press through the heel, sous-sus. From here, through à la seconde 1, out 2. You're going to flex in a little tire-bouchon, but not all the way in, just enough to get a little swivel action in the hip. Releve to retire, sliding in through sous-sus. You're here, 6, releve, releve, join to 5th. You're going to dégagé and lower that supporting heel. 1, tire-bouchon, 2, out 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, rising up 8, rond jambe en l'air, 1 and 2, 3 and double, 4, folding into retire derrière, letting go of the bar, 6, join through, sous-sus, 7, détourner, 8, and then you're ready for the left side, yeah? Fondue 1, 290, flex. That flex is letting yourself find your most deep external rotation, and then you're pressing through the heel to join. Inside leg 290, flex, pressing through the heel to join. Through à la seconde and out, flex. Little one, up, folding into retire devant, turning, closing in sous-sus devant. That turns to a quarter. 2 little releves and coup de pied. Join in sous-sus. Then you lower that supporting leg onto a straight leg as you start tire-bouchon. It's low. 2, a little higher. 3 and 4. Rond jambe en l'air. So that's rising up. Rond de jambe. 2. Double, fold into retire derrière, letting go of the bar. 6, joining all the way back around, and 8. I'm only going to demonstrate it once on each side, and I highly, highly recommend that you get yourself doing this combination 2 times around. I'll play the music through twice, and I'll mark the second time around. I'm trying to take care of my hip as best as I can as I'm trying to demonstrate all these combinations for everybody. So again, making sure that we're taking care of our supporting thigh, making sure that that knee is not rolling forward. We're holding it toward our second metatarsal in each one of our fondue situations. Careful we're not folding at the hips when we're coming back down, keeping everything nice and lifted, and then really taking advantage of that heel pressing out into each of these développés. Here we go. So here I am utilizing my little picture shelf, and here we go with music. retiré devant. 2, relevate, release. 1, tire bouche on 2, and 3, out. 4, rising up to your demi-point, rond de jambe. 1, 2, free double 4, folding in, letting go, and 1, 290, flex, press out, and 1, 290, flex, press out, and à la seconde, flex, little tire bouchon, fold, retiré devant, relevate up, release, exchange, tire bouchon, little higher, up, you rise up to demi-point, single rond, 2, double, and letting go, and nice finish. Take a breath. Good. Do that as many times as you feel necessary. And I'm going to go ahead and suggest that you do this on a somewhat unstable surface, so maybe like a pillow or a folded up blanket or a towel or something, just something to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge on that supporting leg. So this one goes, we're going to start with that left foot devant. Boop, 5 and 6, 7, 8. Going through sur le cul du pied. 1, up, 2, plie devant, 3, grab the leg, 4, stretch 3, à la seconde, 5, and a 6, stay 7, and 8. Try to see if you can shift your pelvis to get a little bit higher. 1, 2, bottom of the foot looking forward, 3, 4, try to pin it to win it, letting go, 5 and a 6, tendu 7, close 8, and then we go ahead and do it on the other side. So again, you're going up through your sur le cul du pied, you plie devant, grab a hold. If you're less flexibly inclined, you can grab around your calf or even your hamstring. But whatever you're doing, you're trying to make sure that you're not compromising your alignment in your torso just to get your leg up higher. That's a little bit different when we're shifting our pelvis to support the weight of your leg, but we don't want to let our torso be moving in order to get closer to our leg. Yeah, you want to think about being a little bit more opposite in that action, feeling your body slightly further away, but letting the pelvis tilt so it can support the weight of your femur when it's in that super above 90-degree extension. I will do my best to do this with you with music on both sides, starting with the left foot devant. Wrapping the foot. Plie. Trying to lift that hip up a little higher, but not from your bum. You're just tilting the pelvis. Pin it. Adjust. And again. Breathing. Make sure you're not pulling away from that supporting leg. Find where your rectangle needs to go. Last time. Ooh. Adding that extra little some element of instability really makes it for a challenging experience. But I highly recommend trying it at least once or twice to do it with a little bit more unstable of a surface, just to give your proprioception and all those little micro muscles an opportunity to feel where they need to be and where they need to go to keep you nice and balanced. So thank you to those of you who were able to get me or turn in at least the assignment that I suggested in the first video. Great work, it was really, really awesome. So we're gonna add on to this a little bit more. Those of you who were in class with me before we were closed out, we did a little exercise where I asked them to make a bit of phrase work, you know, something like 8 to 16 movements. And then I asked them to make its antithesis. Yeah, so making its opposite, whatever that might mean to you. So in the phrase that you built, your stationary phrase, wherever that emotion was drawn from or whatever it was your surrounding, I want you to then to create its opposite. Yeah, so maybe you had some softer movements. Its antithesis or its opposite would be something a lot more sharper and angular. Even things with level, you know, it's entirely up to you how you want to interpret that. Again, it's just kind of a broad guideline, so there's not a real wrong or right reason. If you have any more questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But again, if you sent me a video, whatever that video was, I want you to find and create its polar opposite. Yeah, that can be in tone and emotion and physicality. Just play around with that a little bit and film yourself, because eventually I'd like to make this into a bit of a film project. So the more content that I can be having you guys create, the better. And it should be feeling good to kind of have that creative outlet right now. So take advantage of that and have fun.